So story time about when I found out my ex-boyfriend's daughter had snuck a boy in the house. Okay, so boom, his daughter would come home for the summer, and she didn't even live here. She stayed in a whole nother state, and so she also didn't know I had a key to the place. So he had a set shift that he worked, and he worked a lot of hours. So I go over there periodically, just go over there and chill or whatever while he was at work. So this particular day, I go over there, and when I walk in, I'm like, what the hell that smell is? Well, so I go and I knock on her door, and I said her name, and I was like, what are you doing? She was like, oh, I ain't doing nothing. I was like, oh, okay then, well, I'm gonna be over here a while. Do you want me to fix you something to eat, or maybe we can order out? And she was like, huh? Oh no, I'm good. I was like, okay then. So I'm in there, watching TV or whatever. Something said, put the TV on mute and just listen. So I put the TV on mute. I'm like, what the hell going on in there? So I go in there, knock on the door, and I try to open up the door locked. I said, why's your door locked? What are you in there doing? And she's like, oh, I ain't doing nothing. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. And so the way how his house was made, you could easily bring somebody in and out of the window. So someone just told me to go outside and go around on her side where her room was at and just be nosy. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, now if I find something, do I tell him? And how the hell do I tell him this? I said, you know what? I'll just deal with how it go. Hopefully I won't find nothing. So I go outside and I go around on the side where on the side of her window. And of course the window is cracked. So I done got something. He had some stuff in the yard. I done got whatever it was, some kind of bucket or something out the yard, and I done stepped up on the bucket and I'm licking. Y'all, they ain't now doing it. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, what the fuck do I do? Oh my God. So I didn't say nothing at the time. I ran back in the house. I'm like, fuck. I did not want to be a part of this. So I'm like, do I tell him? Do I call him? I know what to do with my own children. I don't know what to do with somebody else's child. So I'm like, so I sat there for a minute. So then I went and knocked on the door again. And I was like, um, you've been in the room for a while, so I ordered us pizza. Come on out and get you some. Okay, I'll be out in a minute. I'm like, all right then. So I goes outside while I'm thinking that she's thinking that I'm waiting on her to come out the door. So I go around there and I kind of stand like to the side, like stand back, but I'm looking. So as I'm looking, I see his little ass try to come out the window. I snatched him on out the window. I said, what are you doing? I said, your dad crazy as hell. What y'all doing? I said, you know what? I don't want to be a part of this. You need to take your behind on and don't come back. I ain't got nothing to do with this. I said, you on birth control or anything? She was like, yeah, I'm on birth control. I said, oh, thank God for that. I said, okay. I said, look, I ain't gonna tell your dad nothing. I said, but you got to promise you won't do this. Not while I'm over here. She's like, well, I didn't know you was coming. Exactly. So how you know your grandmama didn't come or your auntie or anybody could have came over here and you doing some shit like that? Girl, just chill out. So got him up out of there, thinking that junk was over with y'all. So okay, so then something happened. So I didn't tell what was going on that particular day. But then something had happened. I can't remember what it was. But he had wanted to know how to use my car. No, 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 no. I can't remember what it was, but something happened and she didn't know that her dad was at the house and she thought he was gone. I can't remember how the junk go because she hardly ever come out her room. So Chelsea snuck that boy in again, and this time it was her dad that found her. And man, when I tell you he beat her ass and his ass left to right, he beat that boy out the window and he beat her all through the house. I felt sorry for her, but I was like, oh my God, I hope she don't tell that I knew that she had done snuck the boy in the house. She never did tell what I saw. And I sure was glad 'cause I did not want to be a part of that. But anyway, y'all, just be careful with your kids. Watch what they doing because they are sneaky. You hear me? They are sneaky as hell. But after that, he put a, boulder thing. She couldn't even. If there was a fire, she wasn't gonna be able to get out that window because he fixed the windows. After that happened, he put cameras outside. He put cameras on the inside, but not in her room. But he put it where he could see, different things going on in the household. That taught him a lesson and her as well. But things happen. All right, y'all. Bye.